Hello guys, welcome back to another full day of eating where I show you how I make my intuitive eating food choices throughout the day. So we have a lot to cover today. I am really hungry right now, so I'm gonna hop right into breakfast. I'm gonna make some pancakes this morning. I'm actually gonna make protein pancakes without protein powder because a lot of you guys ask me we'll talk about my take on protein powder, but I get a lot of requests for you guys for protein packed breakfasts that don't use protein powder. So we're going to make some pancakes today. I'm very excited. So I'll show you how to make those. I've been making them a lot lately. So I'm gonna show you how to do that and then we'll sit down, we'll have a chat because like I said, we got a lot of things to cover today. Okay, so I have 1 cup of oat flour. I just made it from Quick Oats. I have a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. I'm using vanilla, 2 eggs, vanilla, sugar, baking powder, milk, and then you whisk that all up. Then you just pop that on a hot griddle. And then flip them once they get golden brown on one side. Okay guys, I am diving into my pancakes here. These are so good. But there's a couple things, like I said, we got a lot to talk about today. These full days of eatings are not meant to be me telling you exactly what to eat or how to eat. This isn't even how I eat every single day because literally every day is different. You hear me and so many other people say that a million times, but it's so true. But with these two, I feel like for me, the main goal of full days of eating is to help you guys understand how to make intuitive eating food choices versus food choices based on food rules. So it's not even about like what I eat or how much I eat. It's more of kind of like the process behind it because I make these YouTube videos that show you how to implement things like practical hunger or how do you handle emotional eating, those things. And I feel like full days of eating are a really good way to see like actual examples of that. That's what these are for, not to tell you what to eat. With that being said, I feel like there's been a lot of negativity around full days of eating lately. So for me, again, I always make it not about what I'm eating or how much I'm eating, but more of kind of like choices and just to give you new ideas. So with that, I always try to make things kind of ambiguous so that there's no comparisonitis between, oh, she eats more or less than me. It's not about that. It's about the educational aspect. If you have any ideas, like I said, I keep like the portion sizes and stuff ambiguous. For instance, I might show a dinner that I make, not show it plated or something like that. But if you have any other ideas of how to make these still educational but less kind of that comparisonitis, let me know. Whether it's taking breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks from different days and putting it all together, let me know in the comments if you have any ideas, or if you're like, it's fine the way that you're doing it, keep doing it, that's fine too. Real maple syrup, that was one of my biggest food rules for so long. It's amazing. You can probably hear Theo walking around, but whatever. I'm gonna post a recipe to these in the description because they're so good. And we'll get to the protein powder in a second, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am hungry right now. Your girl needs to eat. Theo is literally walking around and it's so distracting. So I'm just holding him because his paws make such a loud noise. Okay, couple things, like I said, I wanted to talk about was how to do full days of eating and what your guys' kind of take was on that. I took some notes. Okay, the other thing I wanted to mention was I'm on my period, okay? I am craving all things comfort today. That includes just being in sweatpants, that includes just comfort foods, and that's okay. That's something that I'm noting about myself. That's something that is definitely gonna play a role in my food choices today. I did go to the gym this morning, kind of playing into being on my period. Like I had only done 1 workout in the past week, to be honest with you. And that was just because I was busy. There was days when I had a hugely bad migraine and just like didn't want to and couldn't. And that's fine. But today I craved some movement, but kind of people ask me like, should you sync your cycle to your workouts? And I think that you don't intentionally need to, but for me, I noticed that today I wanted some more just like stretching and just low impact things. So that's what I did at the gym this morning. That felt really good. Came home, got ready, had some food, and here we are now. If I let you down, are you gonna behave? Probably not. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on was my take on protein powder. Okay, you are stealing the show. You gotta go. My take on protein powder, I don't think it's a bad thing. You definitely want to make sure that you're using a reputable brand, ideally something that has been third-party tested. You'll see it right on the label there, but you also don't want to lean on those too much because eating whole foods is important, or more of those like actual food items versus supplements, because you're going to get a lot of different vitamins and minerals in there. So that's a form of gentle nutrition that you can use, is saying, okay, I'm going to focus on trying to get most of my protein from actual food sources versus relying on supplements. Typically I say, like they're great in a pinch, like putting in oatmeal or something that might not have a lot of protein, but protein's going to help keep you full. I do it in my oatmeal. Totally fine, but the key is you shouldn't then feel guilt, stress, or anxiety if you have oatmeal without it. Like that's totally fine, or you have a Greek yogurt or something with it instead, some eggs. You don't want to rely on those or have that become like a safe food, but that's just kind of my 2 cents on that. So I'm going to go throw this camera back on the charger. I'm going to clean up here, get to my emails, and then on the docket for the day, I'm filming another YouTube video, so I'm gonna try to crank that out this morning, and then I will give you guys a sneak peek inside of the society. So that's my membership where I do all the coaching. I just did a huge glow up on the website, so I'll take you in there. It's so good. I'll show you. I'll do that probably this afternoon. So we got a lot of ground to cover today. So on the charger you go, and I will check in with you later. I did also keep the rest of the pancakes because I made a full batch. They're really great for snacks, you guys. So put some peanut butter on them, eat them plain, super great. So I'm gonna keep those in the fridge, and I'll see you later. Okay guys, so for lunch, I kind of feel like my hunger cues are kind of off today because of all of the period cramps and pain that I got going on. My lower back hurts really bad. Things like that can throw off our hunger and fullness cues. So I used a little bit of what I call practical hunger, and I know it's time for me to eat. My body needs energy. So it's about lunchtime now. I'm kind of switching from what I had thought I was gonna want. So I have made a corned beef roast yesterday in the crock pot with potatoes and carrots, and I knew I was gonna have extra because it was a pretty big piece of meat, and I was like, oh, corned beef, that would make fabulous wraps. So I got stuff to make wraps, but to be honest with you, like I said, I just want like comfort food right now, and a big warm bowl of this sounds really good. I think I'm just gonna scratch the wrap idea and throw this in a bowl and do that. I usually like more cold things at lunch. That's another thing to keep in mind when you're deciding what you're gonna have to eat, is not only like what foods do you want, but like what sounds satisfying to you in terms of like the type of food. So like, do you want something crisp and crunchy? Do you want something soft? Do you want something warm, something cold? Those are things to take into consideration too. So I'm just gonna throw this in a bowl and have some of that. It's really good, you guys. I mean, like I said, made it in the crock pot yesterday, super good. Drastically different from what I had yesterday, which was a really good like ranch salad. Okay guys, so I'm not doing full day of eating today. I'm actually doing one tomorrow, but I just made this salad and it's super delicious and I want to share it with you guys. So it does not look fabulous, but I have on it, we have leftover Cheez-It chicken tenders, which I'm putting on the blog soon, tomatoes, ranch, more Cheez-It, lettuce. So simple, so good, but that ranch cheddar, Okay, so that's in the microwave. I put some in a bowl. If I don't want to eat it all, I don't have to. If I want to have more, there's plenty left. I can do that. And that's lunch. Okay guys, I have been, working in my office all afternoon. I'm gonna show you guys what I've been working on. So I'm putting the final finishing touches on the new membership website. I have a membership called the Society. You guys know this, where I do all of my teaching and all of my coaching. So we're doing a glow up for that, and I can't wait to show you guys, but I've been snacking on this Steak and Fare. They launched a vanilla latte drizzled popcorn. I like to usually have something sweet. You get that, oh yeah, baby, perfect drizzle. I'm going to pull up my screen share. I have so many tabs open, it's not even funny. And I'm gonna show you guys. Okay guys, I'm so excited about this. So let's go back to the home here. So this is what it looks like when you log in as a member. And then I have super easy navigation. Start here and I guide you through how to set everything up and how to kind of get yourself on track and do everything that you need to do to use the website, show you how to do a little walkthrough, add all the events to the calendar. And this is really the meat. So we have the success path. So these are the 5 stages. Oh, popcorn in my throat. These are the 5 stages that I teach members to go through that I have gone through myself and what's helped me find food freedom. So the first stage, and this is what it looks like in all the stages. I'm not going to show you them all, but you go through and check off your progress as you go. And you can see that this bar moves as well. Links to all of the videos, super easy right here. This one is on how to ditch diet culture, rewiring your brain, understanding hunger and fullness, and then each stage has a super detailed workbook to guide you through how to implement this stuff. So each stage is like that. There's 5 different stages: ditching diet culture, making peace with food, body acceptance and joyful movement, gentle nutrition, and then food freedom for life. So how do we keep that? And as you go through these, as you go through all of this, you can gain points, which I'll get to in a second. But it's just a fun way to make it a little more fun. Then we have group calls. We have 3 group calls each month at least. We have our group coaching call, and we have 2 of those. So we have the accountability call and we have the group coaching call. 2 opportunities for you to get coaching, get your questions answered, get some guidance. Calendar of events here. Then we have all of our replays down here. So we keep the past 3 months. If you can't make it live, no big deal. You can catch the replay, submit questions before, easy peasy. And then we also have a podcast club as just kind of more of a fun way, kind of like a book club, but for modern day. And it's all on how to really craft this life of food freedom. So food, body image, all those things. We have different podcast clubs. The calls are live again, but if you can't make them, no big deal. We got the recordings. So we have that. We have our Facebook group. If after you're a member for 10 days, you'll be invited to our private Facebook group. We spend the first 10 days together, so I can really set you up. And we have different challenges in the Facebook group. So the next one, when I'm filming this, we're going to have one in April. It's going to be the Beat Boredom Eating Challenge, giveawaying an air fryer, just some fun things to, again, keep that learning and keep that motivation fun. We have a huge recipe index, you guys. So I'm not kidding when we say we have like huge. It's huge. So many different recipes, and these all open to different PDFs. And these are ones that I, a registered dietitian, have created, but also ones that members have created. So it's really unique. You will literally not find these anywhere else on the internet. We have different workshops. Right now, every other month, we're doing a different workshop. We have gut health, we have negative self-talk, meditation, and these all pull up to have a video and a workbook to go through. And these are all experts in their field, and it's just a really great way to continue that learning after you found food freedom or as you're going through on some other topics. We have different benefits section. These are exclusive member discounts for society members. And then we have the contact page. This is just touching the surface, you guys, of what is included in this membership. But then, like I said, you can get points as you go through it. So again, I just wanted to make it fun. So you get points for doing different things, completing different stages, and then you gain access to these bonus workshops. We have visualization kit, Pilates classes that are created specifically for the society. These are body neutral Pilates classes, and then advanced group coaching after you've gone through all 5 stages and you've been a member for 6 months. So that is just a little tidbit about what I've been working on this afternoon, and it's so good. So I'll put all the information in the description, but I feel like I'm going to need like an actual snack here. I'm on doggy duty for the evening. My husband has to work late tonight, so I will be doing that this afternoon. I have to take Theo for a walk, but that's what I have on the agenda for the afternoon. Like I said, again, I'm like not feeling super hungry right now, but I'm using that practical hunger. I know that my period is playing with my hunger cues, so I'll probably grab just some sort of a bar. That's another tip, is if you're not feeling hungry, you don't need to like stuff yourself with a ton, but like think of low volume things that can be high nutrients, so that you're not like, if you're not feeling hungry, then you're not eating a huge volume. So think smart there. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll grab a bar. We just picked up some more protein bars from Costco, and that's what we've got. So I'm grabbing trying one of these protein bars. These are Costco Kirkland brand protein bars. They're very efficient. They are small volume. You get a pretty good amount of nutrition in there. They've got protein, they've got fiber. They do have artificial sweeteners. Those don't upset my stomach. You might want to go for something more of like a perfect bar or something if you're looking for that and they do upset your stomach. Those are also very good. These are cheaper. So I like these. They did also, I just noticed I don't know if they reformulated or if it was an error on the packaging. This is why, guys, it's so important to listen to your body because food labels can actually be off by 20%, but they just changed. These now have 10 grams of protein, which is still a lot, but they used to have 15, which is like half of your day. So I actually kind of like that they went down in fiber because for me, like I didn't notice any symptoms because I eat a pretty high fiber diet in general. Theo wants his dinner. He's like sighing, but I actually like it because I think this is a lot more realistic and it's, if you did notice some digestive symptoms, probably lessened. So I'm gonna eat that. I'll show you the inside of it, but then I'm gonna go take Theo for a walk and make dinner. I'm so tired. We're gonna multitask. Need to take my contacts out real quick, so hang on, I'm gonna cover you. I feel weird reaching into my eyes for the World Wide Web to see, because some people may not want to see that. Okay guys, so for dinner, I took way too much. My eyes were so much bigger than my stomach was, so I just left some on my plate. I left some broccoli, I left some potatoes, oh, I left some chicken tenders. Like, it's totally fine. Just because you put something on your plate does not mean that you have to necessarily eat it. And then we had a little sit down, did some reading after dinner, and then my husband was like, I'm gonna get some cheesecake. To be honest with you, I wasn't like super hungry for cheesecake, but once he said he was having some cheesecake, I was like, that kind of sounds pretty good. So we had some cheesecake and yeah, that was fine. That was my day. One thing with these full days of eating, guys, I always feel like even though like I can tell you a couple like reasons of why I chose something, like there's still gonna be so much that you guys like don't see or reasons why I would have made a decision. So I guess my goal is just to give you a little bit of tidbit, or even if you come away with one piece of gentle nutrition that you learned, like that's a win in my book. So with that, I'm gonna go finish taking my makeup off. I'm going to wash my face and I'm gonna get in bed, and I will see you guys later. If you like this video, as always, be sure to make sure that you give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe with the little bell to be notified, because who doesn't want to see this gorgeous face again? Just kidding. See you guys.